Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there. Well, let me tell you about the way she looked, the way she acted.
During pop music's British invasion of the 60s, a slew of English bands hoped to follow in the Beatles' footsteps. The Zombies never quite realized that dream, but some of their songs are classics. With Mark Phillips, we take note.
Anytime you like. Remember when radio DJs used to say a hit song was #1 with a bullet?
What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Well, this was the slowest bullet in rock history.
Rich like me.
Rod Argent and Colin Blunstone are in their 80s now. In their teens, they were members of the Zombies, part of the 1960s British pop invasion that began with the Beatles. Except that for the Zombies, success took a lot longer to catch up with them.
We were friends really right from the very start.
Yeah, it just clicked.
Yeah.
It really did. And
we're still friends.
And we're still friends. Yep, still friends.
What are the odds on that?
Yeah.
Of the 5 original Zombies, 4 survive. Argent, Blunstone, Hugh Grundy, and Chris White. The 5th member, Paul Atkinson, died in 2004.
I'm walking too fast, I think.
They first got the band together at a youth club in their hometown just north of London, where a local artist has now finally put up a mural of them.
Fantastic.
So you're where, middle bottom? But boy, was it a bumpy road to rock and roll immortality.
The very first thing I wrote was boom, 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 dum.
Well, no one told me about her, the way she lied. Well, no one told me about her, how many people cried.
They released a song called She's Not There, about unrequited adolescent love. Is there any other kind? It was the making of them.
Please don't bother trying to find her. She's not there.
And welcome to another session of Jukebox.
She's Not There made it onto a British Is It a Hit or a Miss TV show, where one of the panelists loved it.
I think it'll be a hit.
That panelist was George Harrison of the Beatles. It didn't hurt.
It was a hit. She's Not There was a hit, and it went on to be #1 in Cashbox and about #3 in Billboard in America.
It was on the 9 o'clock news, and they said the Zombies have become the first group after the Beatles to have a #1 record with a self-written composition.
The song that you wrote.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
I thought, I'm in heaven.
Well, no one told me about her.
She's Not There wasn't just a hit. It was their ticket to ride.
Well, no one told me about her.
They went to America and hit the road with the Dick Clark Caravan of Stars.
This was a dream come true for us.
Chuck Jackson, Benny King, the Shangri-Las.
Patti LaBelle.
We were terrified because here we were taking a lot of their influence, and there we were on stage with these fabulous artists going, can we do this? Can we even play with them?
You feel you were big imposters bringing American-style rhythm and blues music back to America.
Back to them.
With English accents.
With English accents, right.
Yeah, we thought exactly that. But they saw us as doing something really quite different. We realise now that we did really have something quite original. We really did have our own stamp.
But there was a problem. Money. There wasn't any.
We were 19 years old. We were very naive, and we didn't realise what our options were. So I'm afraid that touring revenue was poor, and sometimes non-existent.
Yeah.
Not only that, they felt their music had stagnated and suffered. They decided to produce their own album in their own way.
Oh my goodness me.
When would you have first come here?
Oh, in
1967?
67, yeah.
They went to the mothership of British rock,
Those were the days.
the famous Abbey Road Studios in London.
You do get this really emotional feeling walking into Abbey
Still?
Road. Yes, because I mean, there's so much history in these walls.
The summer is here at last.
The session produced what became their signature album, Odyssey and Oracle, now considered one of rock and roll's greats, but not then. Then it sank without a trace.
There was no real interest in it.
I thought we had a chance, but it became fairly clear fairly quickly that the industry pretty much ignored it, really.
The Zombies thought it was all over and broke up. Blunstone took a job in insurance. Grundy sold cars. White and Argent wrote songs for other people, including this one for Argent's new band. But Odyssey and Oracle wouldn't die. More than a year later, one of the tracks started to get some play.
It's the time of the season when love runs high in this town.
Famously, there was one DJ in Boise, Idaho, who kept playing Time of the Season. It spread to other radio stations. It took months for it to be a hit, but again, it went to #1 in Cashbox.
To show you everyone, it's time.
Finally, more than 50 years after their hits, the Zombies made it into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. And now a remastered version of Odyssey and Oracle has been released.
And now it gets name-checked as a major influence in so many people's careers.
Well, it's
And
considered
this
a top 50 iconic rock album.
I
all that
know,
stuff.
and here we are, is it nearly 70 years later? It's a very strange story.
But a story with a happy ending. For the Zombies, their season has finally come.
It's that time.